Okay, so here we have the Prime 4. This is the one that's been back to yourselves once because I'm not happy with the way it boots up. Now, the last email you sent me was that it is now performing as required. So I'm just going to boot it up now. I will say beforehand there are no USBs, no SD card in there. There is the Western Digital SATA card installed underneath. So let's turn the unit on. And at first it seems to do everything that you'd want it to do. Just want you to see the whole process, really. Now it asks me to load profile. I am aware that there is a new update, but I'm going to ask it to remind me later. I have previously always kept up with the updates since I bought it a month or so back. So now we've loaded the tracks, but of course the two turntables here are still changing colour, and at the moment nothing is playable, it's not functioning. So I need to wait now for it to complete its boot up. I do have a logo installed on the hard drive, so I know it's ready when that appears. Still waiting. This is about the point in time, if I'm at the beginning of a wedding or a party, that I start panicking a little. As you can see, it's we're now over 2.5 minutes in, and still going through the colour change from blue to white on both of the decks. Still going, and this is pretty much normal for what happens every time I try to boot the unit up. So what, we're 3.5 minutes in now. Here we go. We now have an error message. So the following peripherals boot did not come online, so I have no controller, no mixer, and no displays. Now, it does say update firmware. I have tried that on a number of occasions. I know there is new software available this week, but I'm just ignoring that for the moment. So when I've hit the update, it has simply updated and closed down. The last couple of times, instead, I have hit the ignore. Now, a number of things can happen here. Well, mainly two things have happened lately. Either it comes on and my logos eventually do appear. Let's see what happens this time. In fact, the last time I did it, the logo appeared on the left platter and not the right, which meant I'd got one turntable, one channel working and not the other. So I'm now approaching 5 minutes. Let's see what it's going to do this time. I have to say there have also been times when it hasn't booted up at all, and it may well be that this is one of those occasions. Now, your email did say that the technician suggested there was a workaround by pressing the eject and power buttons at the same time. I mean, firstly, I don't want a workaround. I want a £2,000 unit to work first time. I have in fact tried this, either by hitting the power followed by the eject, or the eject followed by the power, or trying to hit them simultaneously. And the only effect it's had is that it's powered the unit down completely. Looking at it now, we're now going up to 6 minutes. It's clearly not booting up. So I'm going to hit the power button, and I'm going to turn off the player. As you can imagine, this is not something I want to be doing at the beginning of a big event. Okay, unit now off. Let's power back up. So we're going through the routine again. Okay, again, I'm going to ignore the update. I will in fact apply the update after I've made this video, but let's just put remind later. We are now loading the music again, so we're back to where we were, except this time, the second time around, both my logos have appeared and the unit is now working as it should. So now I have absolutely no problems picking a track, loading to a deck, and it should be playing. Yeah, everything's working fine. I've no speaker attached or microphone or anything at the moment. So that's my problem. I'm having to go through this silly routine every time I want to start the unit. So you can imagine, as I say, brand new unit, not particularly happy. Cheers.